home in Las Vegas. And it's a fascinating journey of how I got here. And before we get talking about exactly what it is that's going to put cash in people's pockets with nothing to buy and nothing to sell on a regular basis so that they can fund their other marketing programs, for those of you that don't know who I am, I want to give you a little bit of background on me. I was born and raised on a farm in Michigan. I had no running water. We had no electricity. I have 9 brothers and sisters. The 10 of us grew up in a place where often we had no food, and twice we were homeless. And the second home I lived in was a converted chicken coop. First house got condemned. And the second house I moved into at 7 years old was a converted chicken coop. And it had running water, it had electricity, and to a 7-year-old, it was heaven. No adverse side effects, other than I cluck once in a while when I get happy. These days, though, based upon the things that I teach in our seminars and that we've been teaching for the past 28 years, my life is vastly different. As I mentioned, I'm right now in my home, 17,000 square feet here in Las Vegas. When it gets hot in Vegas, we head out to my home on the ocean in Southern California, a $10 million beach house right on the water. I fly all over the world exclusively in private jets. I live a life that even I only dreamed about early on. And it's not because I'm some amazing guy. I'm a very ordinary guy. I'm not smarter than anybody on this hangout. I'm back in my high school dropout. I dropped out of high school because my mother was killing herself, working 3 jobs, attempting to take care of her kids. I am not more creative. I'm not harder working. In fact, for the last 20 plus years, I haven't worked a day in my life. I haven't done a single thing on any given day that I didn't 100% want to do. And that's the kind of life I want to help you have, is a life that you're living where you are joyful every day, that you're excited to be alive, that you realize you're living a life of adventure rather than a life of maintenance. So these days, as I said, I not only teach educational programs, I keynote at many conferences worldwide. This coming weekend in Las Vegas, I am the keynote speaker for the New Media Expo, formerly Blog World. And not only am I the keynote speaker, I'm going to be doing my hypnotic production show there. So I'm going to help people laugh until they hurt and gasp in amazement. I'm also their platinum sponsor, which lets you know that I am completely and totally committed to new media or online media, digital media, and also am vastly experienced in selling information products. In fact, as Tom mentioned, I created a program in 1994, and since that time up until now, I've sold over $200 million worth of information products, specifically directly, not through sales channels, not through other people. I personally have sold $200 million worth of goods and information products. And I've got a gift for you. 3 years ago, I created something. And the thing that I created is called Get Rich Radio. And what Get Rich Radio was born from was the idea that most people that spend time online are spending time online usually for educational purposes, certainly a little bit of entertainment, except I realized that if I could create a means where people could be rewarded for being educated, it would increase their desire to be educated. So I created a program where you could go to a site, listen to me teach live for a couple of hours every single day. And the longer you listened, the more you got rewarded. In fact, you also got rewarded if you referred other people. And we did it for a year and 2 months. It was a phenomenal success. We had thousands and thousands and thousands of people listening to the radio show every single day, top rated. And then my son was born. My first son, Sterling Sylver, was born. And the radio show took 2 hours a day, right in the middle of my day. It cut out time that I had with him. And I was making great money by at least most people's standards. It wasn't great by my standards. At the same time, though, it really did take away too much time from my family. And I said, you know what, I want to do something different. So I left for 2 years. The radio show played for 14 months. We made a ton of money, had a lot of raving fans. I left for 2 full years and didn't really think much of it, although I left the website up. During that time, we still had premium subscribers. We still had thousands of listeners coming on and listening to the show, which I found to be really fascinating since the show hadn't been live in 2 years. A few weeks ago, I was approached by somebody, an old friend of mine, who saw me speaking at a conference, and he asked me, he said, "What's up with your radio show?" And I said, "Well, right now it's on hiatus." He said, "Well, I've been listening to it for 3 full years. I listened live. I've been listening to the replays every single day at GetRichRadio.com, and I wish you would bring it back." And I said, "You know what? Here's some downsides to it. Here's some upsides to it. And if we were going to bring it back, I'd like to reshape it." And he said, "Well, what if I told you that I'm in a position to bring together advertisers who also love your radio show. They've already listened, they know what it is, and that we could buy out your advertising schedule 24/7. We'll buy every single ad you have every day the show's live. Would you be interested in doing the radio show? Well, in the past, I had never sold a dime in advertising. And when he explained to me what the math was, it was too big to resist. It was way too great. It was way too lucrative for me to not at least consider. Now, here's the other thing, though. I've gotten wealthy by doing one thing specifically, and that is figuring out what other people need and finding a way to give it to them in a way that's meaningful to them. So here's my thought. When they told me what the numbers were, I was shocked. I was blown away. It was a lot of money. And I thought, well, what if I didn't take all that money? What if I took a third of that money? And I gave a third of that money that they were paying me in advertising to people that listened to the radio show. And I gave the other third of that money to people that the first third referred to listen to the radio show, and so on and so forth. And when I started doing the math, I realized that I had a potential Google on my hands. I had a potential Twitter or Facebook on my hands, meaning that each individual wouldn't earn a whole lot of money per hour, yet if they referred a number of people, they start earning money that was substantial. Now, I don't know what substantial is to you, and I didn't know what it was to other people. Again, thank you God, I live a different life. I fly around in private jets, I live in a palace, I spend time at my beach home, and my life is very different. And so I started doing some research, and I started asking people, what's the dollar amount that I would need to put into your pocket on a monthly basis for you to do nothing other than log on to my radio show, leave it on 24/7? And I got a lot of varying answers. Some people said $50, some people said 10 grand, like that would actually happen. And I said, you know what, let me make it easier. What's your cell phone bill? And people told me what their bill was. It ranged from $50 to $300. And I said, if I paid your cell phone bill, would you stay logged on to my radio show? And would you refer some people? They don't have to buy anything. You don't have to sell anything. Just tell them about the radio show from time to time. And as long as they stay logged on and listening, you'll earn matching revenue. And when I started sharing it that way, I got overwhelming response. I mean, insane. Well, last Thursday, I wanted to test my theory. In fact, it was so good, I thought there must be something wrong. It couldn't be that every single person I talked to would do this. Otherwise, why hasn't somebody already done this? So last Thursday, I did a little test. I did a conference call to a limited number of people, and I asked them the same question. I laid out what Get Rich Radio was, which I'll explain more to you in a moment. And I said, here's what the deal is. It is in pre-launch. We are not launched. The site is still up, still the same way it was 3 years ago. The broadcasts that are being broadcast are from 3 years ago. Right now, I'm considering relaunching this February 10th from 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Right now, if you want to, go to the website and log on for a free account. You'll never be required to buy anything. You're never required to sell anything. If you go and log on to a free account right now, you'll start earning what we call scholarship dollars. And if you do that, the meters will start turning immediately. If you start referring people, you'll start earning matching scholarship dollars. Now, let me explain what scholarship dollars are. Get Rich Radio was originally created to only reward people with scholarship dollars, not cash. Cash is the twist. That's the new thing we're able to do. Originally, what we rewarded people with were items from our catalog, educational programs, home study courses, live seminar events, and so forth, software. And people would earn scholarship dollars at a rate of $50 per hour in scholarship dollars for listening, and $50 per hour in scholarship dollars for every single person that you referred that also listened for an extended period, for as long as they listen. So originally, those scholarship dollars could only purchase products in the catalog. One of the downsides was we had such loyal listeners that they would earn hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarship dollars by every single thing we had in the catalog, and even though they still loved the show, had no incentive, no reward incentive to keep listening. And so when I shut the show down, we had massive amounts of people that literally had hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarship dollars in their account. They had bought everything in the catalog. They were extremely happy customers, and we just had nothing else to offer up to them. Well, when we made this announcement on Thursday that I was planning to relaunch February 10th, and that the new program would allow you to trade scholarship dollars in for actual cash, it went bonkers. It went nuts. We had so many people register that night that my tech people called me up and said there must be a glitch in the system. Someone's hacked the system. Over the next 3 days, which is bringing us up through today, the numbers have multiplied at an insane level to let me know that absolutely this is going viral in the truest sense of the word. So if you can imagine this, you wake up in the morning, you go to your computer, as you often do, you log on to my radio show only because, well, you want to. You like what I have to say, you can call in and ask me questions, maybe your business is stuck, maybe your relationship's in turmoil, maybe you're attempting to take off the fat, relieve addictions, just get out of the holiday blues. You log into the radio show, it immediately starts your meter starting. Well, the longer you stay logged on to my radio show, the more my advertisers pay me. The more people that log on, the more they pay me. So I know what the percentage is that I can pay back out to you and to the people that you referred. And as Tom said, while it's not a lot of money at a time, because it's consistent, because it happens every hour, every day, every week, all month long, month after month after month after month, it can literally pay for your entire advertising campaign and any other opportunity you're involved with. In fact, it can also be the opportunity that pays all of your bills. So you might be wondering, what is the commission? If I make 50 scholarship dollars that I can buy stuff in the catalog for listening, if I make $50 matching for every single person that listens, for every single hour they listen, what do those scholarship dollars translate in cash? Great question. Here's the simple answer. You are paid 50 scholarship dollars per hour. Every scholarship dollar translates into 1 cent, which means 4,800 scholarship dollars equal approximately $1. Now that doesn't seem like a lot, except consider this math. If you have 10 friends on Facebook, and I hope you do, otherwise I'll be your friend and that'll make you'd have one less person to have 10. If you have 10 friends on Facebook and they all decide to start listening, they log into the radio show, they keep it logged on 24/7, I hope they don't, and God forbid they do, they could mute my radio show, they could minimize the window and have it run in the background. It doesn't matter, you still get credit and so do they. If you have only 10 friends that do that, at the end of the month, you've made $75 US cash. Nobody bought anything, nobody sold anything. If you have 40 friends that do that, at the end of the month, you've made approximately $300 cash. You didn't sell anything, nobody had to buy anything. At the end of the month, if you had 100 people that did that, and they also were making money while they were doing that, well, you made approximately $750,000 extra. You didn't buy anything, you didn't sell anything, and more than that, your life was enhanced, it was made better by hearing some powerful information that, as I've told you, has made me well in excess of $200 million over the last couple of decades. Now, there's a little bit more. Not only can you make money by not selling anything, we also do have some other things available to you. You can sign up as a premium member. A premium membership is $99.95 a month, $100 a month. And what it includes is a number of things. First and foremost, it includes video streaming into the radio studio so that you'll be able to get content that those listening simply won't understand because they can't see me. You'll also be able to have priority access to me 5 days a week, 2 hours a day, every single day, Monday through Friday, while the show goes live. That's right. I open up the phone lines to my premium members so they can call in and ask me questions and get right to the heart of the matter. I mean, if you had a personal coach, somebody who's made hundreds of millions of dollars, somebody who charges $60,000 for a one-on-one 1-hour session, if you could have access to me every single day, 5 days a week for $100 a month, $5 a day, it's plenty worth it, I promise you. More than that, you get the access to the video into the studio. You get priority access to ask me questions, so I'm your personal coach. You receive $1,000 right off the bat in additional training items that you'll be able to download immediately. And you'll also receive a very special gift. Every single month that you're a premium member, you'll receive a ticket, a $2,000 ticket to our Get Rich Radio Symposium, where we bring in a dozen different people that coach, train, and teach you in online marketing strategies, traffic and conversion, how to make money in multiple ways, all so that you can benefit and prosper from this point forward. The $100 a month that you invest in that priority premium subscription for Get Rich Radio comes back as thousands of dollars every single month. Plus, if you are a premium member of the Get Rich Radio family, you also qualify for premium commissions, which are 20 and 10 two-tiered, meaning everybody you refer to Get Rich Radio then also becomes a premium member. If you're a premium member, you make $20 per month in and month out, as long as they're premium members. And the second tier, the people that you refer, you make $10 second tier. Which means if you refer people and 3 of them decide to become premium members, and they refer a couple of people, you probably paid for your entire premium investment with just 3 people. And that's just the beginning. Like I said, obviously, the more people that become premium members, the better for you. So there's all sorts of ways to benefit. It's really easy. It starts right now. On this page, there is a